You wake up before the sun does, not because you want to, but because in this house your body doesn't belong to you long enough to choose when it rests. For 1/2 second, there's only darkness, cold air, a rough mat beneath your back, the smell of damp stone and old smoke, and in that tiny space between sleep and memory, you almost forget where you are. Then it comes back. You are not free. You were never free. Somewhere above you, the household is already beginning to stir, which means your day has already started without you. You don't have a room. You have a corner, a mat, a wall, and the sound of someone else's footsteps deciding when your eyes open. Maybe you were born here. The Romans had a word for that. Verna, homeborn, a slave who came into the world already belonging to someone. Or maybe you remember another life, a different sky, a different language, a mother's voice that didn't speak Latin. Maybe you remember the soldiers, the march, the market, and the wooden board hanging from your neck listing your age, your origin, your defects, because Roman law said a buyer had the right to know exactly what he was purchasing, not who, what. A stranger checked your teeth, pressed your arms, looked at your back the way someone inspects an animal before paying for it. And maybe the worst part wasn't even the sale. Maybe it was realizing that everyone around you thought this was normal. You don't get time to think for long. Thinking doesn't help. Moving does. Before the sun fully rises, the first tasks are already waiting. Fire, water, grain. Someone has to light the kitchen hearth. Someone has to haul water. Someone has to grind grain by hand before a single free person in the house eats breakfast. If that task belongs to you every day, it slowly destroys your body. Shoulders first, then wrists, then back. Roman slaves spoke about being sent to the mill, the way people speak about prison. So when you realize it isn't your turn today, you feel something dangerously close to relief. That's the shape of your life now. Not freedom, not happiness. Relief that someone else got the worst version of your suffering this morning. You eat quickly, standing if you have to. Usually it's pulse, a thick barley porridge, maybe with a few beans if the kitchen was generous. No feast, no comfort. Just enough to keep your body working. And that's all it is. Fuel. Your master isn't feeding you out of kindness. He's feeding you the way he feeds oxen or repairs a cart. Just enough to keep the machine running. And even then, you know some slaves have it worse. Out on the big estates, field slaves wake up in crowded barracks called ergastula. Some are chained at the ankle overnight so they can't escape. Their porridge is thinner, their lives are harder, and below even that are the mines, where slaves are sent to disappear slowly in darkness, dust, and exhaustion. That's the quiet truth underneath your whole morning. You are not free, but you are luckier than some. And the distance between luckier and free is the entire shape of your life.